Colour paint protection system substantially increases the range of repairs possible. Colour paint protection is not a miracle product in a bottle. It's an integrated system that has taken 5 years to develop. Depending on the type of repair, colour paint protection may require all 5 products along with normal touch-up paint on larger chips. These stages use 3 different cleaners, number 1, number 2 and number 3. Colour paint protection itself is number 4. It comes in 14 colours. That's all we need to mix and match all colours. And product 5 is a clear finishing sealant. Each product is clearly numbered and applied using specific applicators and by the methods outlined in the training manual and video. Let's show you how this works. A chip bonnet like this can't be repaired using touch-ups. It'd look like the measles. Here's how colour paint protection repairs it. The area is chemically flushed and the wet residue is removed, so the colour paint protection bonds in the holes. This takes about 80 seconds. The larger chips, over 1 millimetre, are painted with touch-up paint. That took about 2 minutes. Dark green colour paint protection is applied sparingly on fine foam. This stage takes about 90 seconds. The area is cheesecloth polished in about 2 minutes. Treated chips, still visible, are painted with the sealant, a cellophane-like coating that gives that wet look and seal. So does colour paint protection really last and look great on all colours? Trevor, as your used car reconditioning manager, is a real perfectionist. He has over 20 years experience. He's in the tropical heat of Ipswich in southeast Queensland. Like most Aussie sales managers, Trevor demands his cars be like new. Touch-ups did not work for Trevor. 6 months ago, Trevor started using the colour paint protection system. Let Trevor explain to you how colour paint protection really works and lasts for him.
Trevor Hicks is my name. I've been associated with various dealers and dealerships for the last 20 years as a used car manager, and always prided myself in the way in which I present my vehicles.
Right. You recondition your cars to achieve that?
You're working for a dealership. Most people, when they arrive here at the dealership, if they're not buying new, they like to buy a logbook one owner vehicle looking as good as new. And it's always been my policy that if I've got scratches or chips, that I repaint, avoiding the brush touches because they're a little bit too obvious.
Right. So that's common amongst used car dealers here in Australia?
Most dealership used car dealers, yes.
Recently you've been using the colour paint protection system to do touch-ups. Are you achieving that near respray quality out of this system?
Yeah, I've been pretty happy with it because with the later design motor vehicles, the bonnet tends to be a curved design and thus picking up all the stone chips more so than the previous models. And it's very important now that these don't show, whereas up until just recently I've been painting the bonnets and various scratches. But with this new product, it's eliminating that.
Right, so for chips and scratches, it's repairing a used car to a near respray quality.
Yeah, I've been very happy with it.
Right, and
at a fraction of the cost.
That's the part. That's a good part too, isn't it? I suppose it saves you money and time.
Yeah, well, the car stays here instead of having to go away for 2 or 3 days, painting and waiting for it to dry and then buffing it and bringing the vehicle back.
Yep.
This has been able to be done on site. I get the car detailed, then come back here for the final finish and for your product.
So colour paint protection saves days waiting for cars at the spray shop and saves substantial money as well. So who is Trevor's technician? David was not a paint expert. He was in the armed forces. David learnt by video. Let David tell you how it continues to work.
It's David Hinsworth. My background has been with the Navy, predominantly with the Navy for 16 years, and now I'm with Duco Magic.
Right. How long ago was that? Did you join Duco Magic?
I joined 6 months ago, approximately 6 months ago.
Right. And that stage, what knowledge did you have about car paint?
Absolutely none. No knowledge whatsoever. Being in the Navy, there's not many cars to paint.
So you receive the training manuals and videos and that, and you learnt totally off this process?
Yeah, I received the video and the manual and all the paints and everything in the kit. I listened to the video and read through the manual for a whole week virtually, and then started practicing on my own car. And then the second week I was practicing my own car, plus all my friends brought their cars around to practice on. It's amazing how many friends you have because they want their car fixed up. And that's all I did, just follow the manual and the video.
Right, and then you called on car dealers. Your first car dealer, from my memory, you were very amazed at the response.
Yeah, I was amazed myself too. I really was. It was a prestige dealership. I called on there, and they gave me a car which they were going to send, which I found out later they were going to send away to be resprayed. The area that I had to work on, I worked on it, and in 15 minutes I brought it up. It was perfect, absolutely perfect, and they were amazed, absolutely amazed.
And that was all to do with the colour paint protection system.
That's all I used in that particular demonstration, colour paint protection, that's right.
And that process then, compared to what touch-ups there were around, what was the difference that you were able to offer?
You can offer a process which gives the car yards a choice. I mean, you can work on the car if it's 100 or 1,000 fine stone chips on the bonnet. They can now get that repaired without having it sprayed, and that's a big saving.
Right, and scratches the same?
Scratches are the same, yeah, with you use the whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bring them up beautifully.
Right, and compared to touch-ups, the traditional touch-ups, the competition that you had in your area, what were they doing in comparison to what you were able to achieve?
Right, the competition in my area was very entrenched, extremely entrenched in the whole industry. But when I had a look at some of their work, their touch-ups, especially on scratches, was just applying paint over the scratch, simple as that. And of course the paint was filling the scratch, was just covering it. And so instead of having a scratch, you had a coloured line, so you can still see it.
Right, and what's the result you get when you're using the colour paint protection system?
The scratch is 99% invisible, if not 100% invisible.
Right.
Because you just can't compare them.
So compared to what we show on the videos and all that sort of thing, the videos are accurate to what you are able to achieve.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely accurate. It's
right.
Accurate.
And the same thing as far as chips are concerned?
Yes, yeah, the chips, they come out really well with the colour paint protection on the bonnets and the bumpers, and if they're fine chips,
yeah.
And then you apply the sealant and you'd be pressed to find them.
Right. So it's a near respray quality rather than a dab touch-up?
Absolutely. I've never ever had any complaints from car yards that I'm servicing now, and they're totally amazed with the whole process.
And who were your competition out there, where that entrenched competition you were talking about?
Yeah, in my area was Quick Fix and touch-up guys, and there was also a couple of husband and wife teams running around. They've been in the area a long time, especially one of the competitors have been here for 12 years working in this area, and I'm seeing them less and less all the time.
Right, again. How long did it take you to convert over the dealers to the colour paint protection system?
Oh, okay. They were impressed immediately, but bearing in mind, I mean, car dealers have been dealing with these people for a long time, so there is loyalty. So they get me back once a week to have a look at them. They'll give me 1 or 2 cars to do, but then once again, I'm building up the loyalty too, and they're seeing what the process is like and how does it last and things like that. And once they see that yes, it does last, they're totally impressed, and I work all the time now.
And what sort of, you're saying there about durability, what sort of durability have you had from the colour paint protection system?
It's been perfect. I've never had any complaints, any warranty claims at all, because I guarantee all my work. Yeah. No one's ever complained about it. And it lasts for 1,100 washes, which is approximately 25 years, so I can't see we'll have any complaints over it.
Another big area for you to repair, Dave, would be acid burns that sort of, compared to touch-ups, what are you able to achieve with acid burns?
Acid burns, I'm talking about my area here, acid burns I found they were always repaired by respraying. Or if the touch-up people did work on it, all they could do was put a big blob of paint over it and it looked ugly, really, really ugly. So 9 times out of 10 the car yards got them resprayed. Now with the colour paint protection, they have the ability to make the acid burns 99% or 100% invisible, and they're impressed. It saves them a lot of money. Right.
So the only alternative to acid burns is a respray from your dealer's point of view.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's their only alternative is a respray.
Right, and that gives you a great sort of marketing leverage when you're going and making those impressions with the clients, because you can do better things, better repairs.
Acid burns is a big tool. Once they see you can repair an acid burn, they've never seen anybody repair acid burns before, and And as far as they're concerned, the only way you can do it is a spray paint. So they're totally amazed that this can be achieved.